petroleum is sold as high as 1,000 naira today. So there is inflation in food prices. There is inflation in...
What do you mean 1,000 naira? Which...
There are places that you sell at black market, you see 1,000 naira. The only place you see them selling fuel is the NNPC and government control price filling stations. Is that the problem of the Mr. President? The marketers are to be blamed as well.
All right, Dr. Okonkwo, I mean, you know, there are several dynamics to this. Yes, the protest rang out. Then the president addressed the country. And then more reaction concerning, wait a minute, this is not all we're talking about here. Would you rather speak or not? But if it's this way, they thought big question marks. What do you think of all of this?
Well, I want to first of all thank my colleague here. He is actually doing the job for me. I would have loved to listen to him. First of all, Shehu Sani at the presidential villa told President Tinubu, you are the father of protests. If going by his submission that there has never been any peaceful protest, he is actually saying that President Tinubu has never been any peaceful man. By his own submission, not mine. Although I respectfully disagree with him, because I know that they unleashed the greatest protests against this country. And in all conscience, I would not say that they were extremely violent when they protested against Goodluck Jonathan because of a 20 naira increase in fuel. Today they say purportedly that they have removed fuel subsidy that landed the price of fuel from 195 naira to, according to him again, 1,000 naira.
In black market?
No, even in real market. In Lagos, 1,200 naira. And the funny thing is that it's not even available. People have to spend hours in the filling station to pay 900 naira, and it's not even available. What a government. Now, the people are protesting for hunger and hardship, for deprivation, for degradation. And the president was compelled to speak. I wish they did not compel him. Because if I were a media aide, I would have preferred there was no speech at all. Because a bad speech is worse than no speech at all.
What was wrong with that speech for you?
First and foremost, it was contradictory, it was inflammatory, it was annoying, it was disheartening. I'll give you an example. Paragraph 2 of that speech. He was recognizing that it is the children that are desiring for a better nation that are protesting. In paragraph 5, he's already saying that it is by some politicians that have clear political agenda. What a contradiction. In paragraph 6, the president said, in his own words, for people who want to take undue advantage of this situation to threaten a section of the country, be warned, the law will catch up with you. There is no place for ethnic bigotry in Nigeria we seek to build. This same president is harboring as a media aide a man who, after 2023, said Igbos are aliens in Yoruba land. He said Igbos should never interfere with the police of Lagos State. That 2023 should be the last time that the Igbos should interfere in the police of Lagos State. And in 2027, it should not repeat itself again. It was on his Twitter space, and I'm talking about Bayo Onanuga. If the president is sincere in what he said in paragraph 6 of his speech, the first thing he would have done is to sack Bayo Onanuga. And you know, in addition to the speech being empty and very annoying, it was even leaked before the day. And people were making caricature of the president when he was talking. They were reading with him and even reading ahead of his own speech. And he has such level of incompetence in the media aid, and he did not take them out. And give another example. For now, we have 48 ministers going to 49. These children, what are they asking for? They are simply saying, sir, this fuel subsidy removal, this depreciation of Naira, this electricity tariff, they are unsustainable, and I agree with them.
So is it to say that the fact that he even spoke and decided to at least try and address the concerns of Nigerians counts for nothing because you think that the speech is not good enough?
No. It is because, I'm sorry to say this, because I don't have better way to express it. I don't even know whether he understands or he understood what he said. Because he said, this is the broadcast by the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces on nationwide protest. Then what is it about the nationwide protest that he addressed? He was telling us he gave 570 billion naira to governors. And the first time he started dishing out these billions to governors was when they had cases in tribunal. And you knew what happened to those billions.
But Dr. Kuso, I mean, I'm sure that is not the first time you'll be hearing reactions to the president's speech. So within the party, is it that they're all on the same page saying, look, irrespective of what people think, the party still thinks, or you, for instance, now, since you're here with us, that the speech for you is still good enough?
To me, the speech is good enough. Because if you look at the majority of those agitating for end bad governance are youths. So you have to address them to tell them his plans for them and what he has done to them so far. Majority of the youths used in this protest are uninformed youths. Why do I say they are uninformed? Mr. President have given enough funds to the state government, to the state governors. It is expected that the governors will also empower the local government chairman. That's why you have 3 tiers of government. The grassroots are the ones feeling the heat of this hardship, you are saying.
But now that we have that Supreme Court decision about the local governments, they're not supposed to interfere with the local governments. So that's...
Has it been implemented yet?
Mr. Kuso,
They've given time...
you used a phrase here today.
Yeah.
You said you that were used. What do you mean by that?
They were the ones protesting. You say underage youths.
Yes, used by who?
But used by the people that organize the protest. This is a faceless protest leaders. We don't know who are the leaders.
Did you see we understand the looting and we saw a lot of hoodlums and things like that happening. But did you see regular Nigerians protesting as well?
Most of these people you see they are using they are not Nigerians.
Listen, you can't say
Most
that.
of them are not Nigerians.
Listen, did you see in any way from day one, did you see actual Nigerians protesting?
Most of ours they are youths. And most of them, as I said, they are not Nigerians. A good loving and rightful Nigerian will not destroy the nation.
We said, that's the trick I keep hearing a lot of people make. You try to lump actual protesters with looters. That's not the case, is it?
The first day you saw.
Are there people who are genuine protesters and then they are looters? Can you acknowledge that at least?
Initially, we thought they were genuine protesters. But we knew the outcome would be the criminal elements will take over. And that's what's happening.
So
look at how they are looting.
Doesn't that also speak? We've seen all of that.
You can't imagine in Kano State, the NCC all built for the youths to train them, to have fun, has been destroyed. Which of the good loving citizens will destroy things like that?
Some people who
you can see someone sitting on top of a traffic light breaking it for what?
Some people who criticize this train of thought that you're going with state categorically, and I want you to answer this, that the idea that a protest can be hijacked doesn't mean that people should not protest. It sounds lazy on the part of government if they keep saying because looters can come and hijack a protest, people shouldn't come out to protest. Do you think that maybe some evolving has to happen in the way protests are managed in Nigeria so that people can exercise their right to protest and then the looters and hoodlums will not be allowed to hijack it? Do you think this is something government can do?
It's going to happen. And that's why I'm saying when they have leaders, the leaders should come up. If you listen to Mr. President's speech, he says it's open for dialogue. So we feel the best way to get this done is through dialogue. The leaders will have seek from Mr. President's attention to sit down there and tell him, okay, this is what we want. If you want cutting governance, okay, address bring out your agitations. Sit down with Mr. President and address better and protest because we need the aftermath of the protest. And that is what's happening today. Look at it yesterday. Protesters holding Russian flags. What does that have to do with end bad governance protest?
You said they are not Nigerians. Who are they?
They are boys from the neighboring countries. They are coming in. Look at it in Nigeria. In Nigeria, people at the age of between 18 to 30 are the majority.